Do you want to be fluent in English? Do you want to learn that one trick that most of the English teachers recommend? If you've just answered yes, then you are at the right place, because today I'll tell you that one simple trick that most of the English teachers recommend so that their students are fluent and learn English in the best manner. So stay tuned, watch the video till the end, because by the end of today's video, you'll know where you're going wrong and what that one trick is that can enable you to speak flawless English. Hello everyone, welcome to the Assorted bag. I'm Devika, and today we shall look at that one trick that might just change the way you look at English language. So many of us have this dream of being fluent in English. Many of us choose to go for grammar classes, spoken English classes, and we try out ultimate ways to be able to master the way we speak English. But do you know one thing? That when no matter how many classes you attend, say if going by the English grammar textbooks, English grammar tutorials, they teach you the grammar rules. But what they don't teach you is how you can implement them without having to actually think. So before you frame a sentence, if you are one of those English grammar students and you're just learning English, so when you frame a sentence, you would need to go back, think about the English grammar rules and what kind of grammar rule would apply for that sentence. But when you need to speak fluent English, this technique will only hinder your fluency. Also, if you go by traditional techniques of teaching, there are many kind of these techniques where regional language translation is implemented, where you're taught to speak English through your mother tongue. An approach that can be a good way to begin learning English, but in the long run, if you wish to become fluent, this particular traditional technique might not work. I'll tell you why. Now there's a difference between how native English speakers speak and how non-native English speakers speak. By non-native, I mean the people who have English language as their second language. And by native speakers, I mean the people who speak English as their first language. So if you are somebody who is a non-native English speaker and you want to make your English similar to that of a native English speaker, then you would need to follow the techniques or the rules that the native English speakers speak. And by that, I mean to be able to speak English without having to put a lot of thought behind each sentence. So fluency is not something that you'll get from textbooks. Fluency is not something that you can learn just by reading or just by going through grammar books or just by going through these tutorials. Fluency is a habit. It's a collection of habit that you get when you have those grammar rules instilled within yourself. So when you're fluent in English, you wouldn't need to actually think about what grammar rule would suit a particular sentence or what is the correct pronunciation of a particular word. So when you have these instilled within you, you would naturally speak fluent English. So now coming to that one trick that every native English speaker follows from birth maybe, and that's how they've grown up. And what I want all the non-native English speakers to learn is to stop translating in your head. Okay, think in English. So the trick that I was talking about, that many teachers, many native English teachers who teach people who have second language as English, they recommend that you should stop translating in your head. You might have a specific mother tongue, but if you speaking in English and you want to become fluent in English, it is essential that you stop that translation in your head. You should begin thinking in English, and that's only when you would be able to speak English fluently like any native English speaker. Now we know the trick that we were just discussing. So now I'll tell you the simple steps or strategies that you can apply to implement this trick. So the first step or the first thing that you need to do is to read out loud. Now, I'm not telling you to read out loud so that you get knowledge of new words and new grammar rules on the way you pronounce words. No, not because of that. I'm asking you to read out loud so as to you could implement this particular trick. Now, this trick was about not translating in your head and thinking in English. So if you wish to become fluent in English, what you need to do is speak out loud, especially if you're alone. It could be a newspaper, a book, a social media post, anything. But read out loud, just not in your mind, you're speaking out. Read out loud. That's because when you say certain English words, when you read English sentences, a different set of mouth muscles are put into use compared to your mother tongue. So when you're speaking in your regional language, a different set of mouth muscles are used. When you speak in English language, a different set of mouth muscles are used. So the way you use your mouth muscles is going to become a habit, a practice that can make you fluent when speaking in English and also help you prevent the translation in your mind. Another technique to implement this trick is to talk. Talk as much as possible about your daily activities or something that you plan to do. Talk in general in a casual atmosphere, at home, at office, with your friends, when you're out, just chilling. Just talk about whatever you're doing. Say you're doing your household things. Say you're, gardening or cooking or preparing anything in particular, anything in general, just talk about it in English, share your views, or say I'm doing such or such a thing. Or if you have plans for the weekend, say, okay, this weekend I'm going to do this. So the more you speak out or talk, again, you're making use of your mouth muscles and you're also framing sentences. So the regular thing of learning English through tutorials where you listen to a teacher, you know what kind of words the teacher is using. So when you're talking in your general or daily life, try making use of those words. Again, your mouth muscles would facilitate you to pronounce those words more often so that you become fluent in the number of times you use that word. Also, you can make use of descriptive words. So you see anything around use where words so as to describe a particular image or a picture or anything of that sort. Use adjectives and describe that. So when you involve the use of fluent English in your daily life, you're going to be more confident in the natural way of using this language. Before I wrap up, in a nutshell, I would just say that whenever you learn a new word or a new phrase, try implementing it immediately. Incorporate the use of those new words learned. So if anyway you're going for your English classes or looking up English tutorials, whatever new words or phrases you learn, put that into use immediately and keep that as a separate vocabulary. Do not again go back into the habit of translating from your regional language to this English language. So both the languages are good in their own way, so let us give them their due respect and not mix up or merge them. So it's always wise to use vocabulary meant for English language when you're speaking English and not go into the habit of thinking in your mother tongue and then translating word to this particular language. So the moment you hear a new word, get to know the meaning and use it right away that way, rather than again going back and translating. So I hope today's video was informative and useful, and it'll help you implement this one particular trick of not translating so that you get onto your English fluency journey at the earliest and in a very effective and quick manner. So do give a thumbs up if you found this video informative. Do leave in the comment section what is that one point that you liked, or if this trick is going to work for you or not. And I shall come up with another interesting video very soon. Till then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I shall see you all soon. Till then, thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.